Hello everybody, how are you? I'm fine. Today our topics has been selected. Introduction to psychology. Do you know psychology? I will describe you about psychology. But there are many students that seems that it's very difficult subject, but I think it's very easy subject. But if you practice regularly and do it's very easy for you. And today I'll describe you what psychology, and there are psychologist process and there are kinds of psychology, etc. Okay, at first I describe you what psychology. Psychology it means that psychology is the science of human action and mental function. It seems that William James. And there are another psychologist man, Wilhelm Wundt. He said that psychology is the science of all consciousness. Do you know? And I also see that psychology there what means it means, and there are two things we can say that if we describe the psychology. At first there's psychology, psych and logos. What sex? Psych it means mind and logos is knowledge. Okay, and it's also things that psychology is mental things of all human beings. Okay, and I will describe you psychologist scope of psychology. Do you know there are three kinds of scope of psychology as like behavior, mental process, and social process. What's the behavior? Okay, behavior is means that there are mental process. Behavior it means that as we can say that there are many characters of human as like this happiness and anxious and etc. It's behavior. Okay, mental process. What's the mental process? Mental process is means that there are many things as like good, bad of human things uh, and otherwise our characteristics it's say that mental process and social process. What's the social process? Do you know social process it means that there are social contribute of in the social, there are social many activities and all the psychologists. Okay, there are many psychologists and there are also described that and human and human and animals, there are so much relatives of psychology. And also scientists or scientific method often contribute this psychology. And I also said that evolution of psychology. What's the evolution? Evolution is ages. There are three ages. There are three. We can say that there are ancient age of psychologists, and there are middle ages of psychologists, and the modern age. Okay, there are three kinds. And I also say that these ancient ages of psychologists, there are some psychologists as we know Hippocrates, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, all the psychologists. And you know that middle ages of psychology, Saint Augustine, Thomas Aquinas, प्रमुख मनुष्य मनोविज्ञानी, there are also Middle East psychologists. And modern ages as that's we know that it's there are topics of our modern topics is that 1979 is that German psychologist Wilhelm he's a German psychologist, and he's at first he established a modern psychologist as like I know that you know the theories of modern psychology. There are many branches of okay, and there's structuralism, prescriptive. There are functionalism prescriptives, there are behavioralism prescriptives, and the Gestalt progress prescriptives, and pragmatic perspectives and humanistic perspectives. There are many. And some important branches of psychology. There are also things. I know. Okay, just push it. Just push it. Hello. Behavior and development behavior. Okay. There are next topics. Behavior and development of behavior. We know concept of behavior and classification of behavior. We know that there are many kinds of behavior. Whole and part behavior, and somatic and automatic behavior, and external and internal behavior, and normal and abnormal behavior. There are many kinds of behavior, we know. And it's just I describe you what's the whole and part of behavior. This behavior is that there are many now we're standing here, we're moving here. So awful things is the whole and part of behavior, right? And there are another things is somatic and automatic behavior, right? Automatic behavior is totally depends on human and animal. There are many words. There are speaking and talking and running. There are all these things and somatic behavior, and awful things and animal and there are many things and another things is external and internal behavior. What is external and internal behavior, right? And we know that external behavior, where this habit is there, it also walking, talking, and crying, all things. And we know that there are headache, okay, heart pain, headache, and blood circulation, thought, awful things there. There are internal behavior and external behavior. External behavior means that headache and blood circulation and thought. There are internal behavior, and external behavior, walking, talking, crying, that's all. Okay, and other things as that. Okay, now next topics is that influence of heredity and environment and human behavior. Okay, influence of heredity. What's influence? And we know that there are many important philosopher and psychologist man John Locke. Do you know everybody, right? He's very popular, and there are many contributions of philosophy and psychology. And we know that I want to say that something about their influence of heredity and environment of human behavior. And he said that his opinion is that there are many things. Study of heredity, first study on heredity, next study on adopted child, and study on child crown and orphanage, and study on twin child, and study on socio-economic field, and study on socio-economic field. That's things of study of behavior, right? And heredity, what's the heredity? Do you know? It's very easy, but yeah, you know, heredity means that awful child, there are external structure, and there are mental process, there are mental things, there are personality, there are sickness, awful things there are heredity. And heredity also means that, you know, there are many important philosopher, psychologist, man, Gregor Johann Mendel. He's a father of heredity. Do you know? He's called the father of heredity. Okay, and there are many contributions of Gregor Johann Mendel. He explained that species of component and race component and family component and sex component. There are four kinds of things at a time he described that. Okay, there are, we know the species component. What's that? It's very easy. It's animal behavior and animal characteristics. It also contributes to species component. And race component, what is race component is that there are many Japanese and there are many uh, black men. There are so many different as like as we know that there are white men, black men. It's also contributed their race component. And family component, what's that? Family component is that father's color, father's mother's color, and their intelligence, their structural, their physical structure, and they are also contribute their child. Also, they are processing their child. That is the family component. And sexual component, what's that? There is it's a physical structure and mental process. It's so much. It's total different and differ there. We know that, and it's also different of awful things. Then I'll describe you. I know everybody are tired. Then I class of feast. Everybody take care of your health and mind. Then next class I will describe you another topics, and then you are all the students, but don't run in outside, and everybody take care. Thank you everybody.